Welcome to another episode of Sips and Spirits, a podcast for those who love spirits of both the alcoholic and spectral kinds. If you haven't met me before, I'm Chelsea, one of your hosts.
I'm a co-host, Eric. Ooh, excuse me. I apologize. A little disclaimer before we get started. We are not historians. I have memorized this and I can't read it. There we go. Any facts or stories presented are from various sources, and we mean no disrespect if something is not presented 100% accurate. We make no claims that these tales are true. We've just found them to be spooky and interesting in their nature.
Yep. We are not mixologists. We're not professional mixologists. Cocktails and spirits are toasted.
Toasted.
Wow, we can't get it together, and we haven't even had a drop yet.
Nope.
We're too sober for this.
There we go.
All right. Cocktails and spirits are tasted for the first time during this episode recording unless noted otherwise. And we do have a special note for this one, correct?
Yes.
Because I have not tried this straight up, at least. I'm sure I've had it in a cocktail, but I haven't tried it on its own. However,
I've had Kraken straight up, but I've not had California Tech.
So we'll get into more details, but all that's special about the California attacks is the label.
Okay, then I have Kraken straight up.
Yeah, okay.
So I have a Kraken straight up just because it was around. I was like, hey, sure, I'll try it. And I was like...
And we're on episode 10.
Number 10.
Can you believe it?
10 episodes in. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Crazy.
I feel crazy.
You drive me crazy sometimes, but you know.
Drive me
still
crazy.
Fun. That's what we're
Very
doing this.
fun. Oh, I'm kissing the mic now.
At least somebody's getting kissed. Anyway.
Ouch.
What are we drinking today?
All right. So today we are calling upon a spirit from Proximo Spirits in Jersey City, New Jersey. We are using their Kraken Attacks California rum to conjure the Bitter Beast cocktail.
Everything's legal in Jersey.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Everything's legal in Jersey. Hamilton, people.
Hamilton.
We're talking to you. All right. So,
you ready?
You ready to pour this out for
pour
me?
This bad boy out. Oh.
Now, when we were mixing the cocktail, I could smell it. I like it. It's a nice...
Shot. I
don't want to say syrupy because that would make it sound like it's really sweet, but it has that kind of like the after scent. What's the best way? But I'll see how it is when I'm actually smelling it.
You want to leave it here?
Huh? Yeah, we can leave it there. Hang out with the little ghosties.
Oh, I want to show you so cool, the little detail. Little Kraken on the bottle label. I think that's cool.
Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see that.
I do like when bottles do like those extra things to them.
Me too.
They're like versus just like a blank cork or something. Anyway, bottoms up. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Okay. You're really quiet.
I remember being more licoricey. It's not bad.
There's something in there.
My palate has changed since college.
Oh, I was thinking you tried it when you were doing your Kill Devil list.
No, I've tried it before that.
I thought you tried it for that.
Probably did. I don't remember it.
So that's a little bit more recent.
Yeah. But I think I tried it after like 10 shots of something else. So I was like, I just gotta
so
take
then
care
your
of it.
Judgment gets a little...
I just wanted to get it out the list kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Is it just me, or has it got like a little bit of a like coffee ground aftertaste to it?
Mm-hmm. A little like coffeeness, a little like
it's a little bitter.
A little bitter, a little sweet.
But so maybe that's where the sweetness, because I feel like coffee beans, they do have like a sweet smell to them.
Yeah.
So I could be picking up on that aroma. And it's like a smoky...
I don't get the smokiness.
It's not like how the Ardbeg was. That was smoky, right?
Yes.
But that made me think of like barbecue smoky. This is like when you roasted.
Okay.
There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. More roasted. So I am curious how this compares to their roasted coffee
Probably like more coffee.
rum. Because it's already got a very strong. So if you're a big coffee person, you might actually really enjoy this, I
Yeah.
think.
It's not bad. Like I said, it's not really a sipping rum.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like definitely like a shot
Are you
rum?
judging me?
No. Personally, like I wouldn't be like sip this like thing, but it's definitely like I can see it be like a good cocktail rum.
Oh, yeah.
But
Because you've got a lot of flavors in there.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. This is why I can't shoot. Awkward silence.
Awkward. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
You could have kept going or
but
something.
no. Sorry. I thought you were gonna do a little quick sip and then keep it going. But no, like I said, I remember it more like licoricey when I first tried it. But like I wouldn't like not have this kind of thing. Like I said, I'm curious how the cocktail tastes, and a lot of their cocktails sound really good. In their website.
Yeah, it was actually hard to pick one.
like there was a few that they were like considering, but like now that we have, a bottle, we can try more of them out kind of thing. But no, like it's definitely like I said, a good mixing rum. And especially when you're making cocktails, that's good to have versus just like a rum that's just like strong in like molasses or sugarcane only.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is different from your typical like tiki rum.
Yeah.
And I had a point I was going to make,
and you forgot.
and I forgot it.
Oh well, let's try this bad boy. What are we drinking again?
So we are drinking. What are we drinking? It's called the Bitter Beast.
The Bitter Beast. Cheers.
Cheers. So, I do want to point out we are using these lovely glasses we bought from our good tiki artist friend. The Art of B-Rex is what he goes by on a lot of things. These glasses are great. We use them all the time. And they were perfect for the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to kind of theme everything this episode. Well, as much as we can. I'm going through trying to pick out my accessories. And I was like, oh man, I don't really have that much cephalopod stuff.
I was like, what is? Oh, that's an octopus.
Yeah, like along that vein.
Oh, you fancy words. Well, Chelsea tries this cocktail out. You don't shake this cocktail; you pour it into a glass. So after having it once, all I could taste was the bitters, and I was like, okay, because that's one of the ingredients. And then mixing
and
it,
you dash it on the top.
and like when you mix it, it tastes a lot better.
That's a lot better.
It's kind of like because there's so much orange juice in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can even see this as a morning like cocktail. Like I said, like you go to a restaurant that has to have a mimosa, have this kind of thing. Like this with your eggs wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and this is very it does have a lot of orange to it. So it's orange bitters, orange juice, and triple sec, which is an orange
liqueur
essentially. So I almost wonder if tossing in some Grand Marnier in place of the triple sec,
maybe better.
how that might add to the flavor.
Maybe that'd be cool. That'd be cool to try.
Man, we are just full of sound effects today.
There we go.
What is it about episode 10?
Episode 10, we're just like, ooh. Okay, and all our.
But no, I do really, especially once you do have to stir it.
Yeah.
So we're using our lovely little ghost stir sticks.
They're haunting over.
From Sinister Signs.
Haunting everything over.
We're just throwing out all the names.
All the names, everybody.
Because even like, I love the pin that I have, and I don't know. I'll probably have to like share a picture or something, post edit of this really awesome pin where it's a half bottle. This is from Lively Ghost. And I'm like, where's the camera?
Where's the camera?
So half of it is transparent enamel, so it actually looks like a glass bottle, and there's a Kraken inside of it attacking a ship.
That's cool. No, it's a very nice pen.
It's a really cool pin.
It's a little big, but it's very nice.
Yeah, but this is actually the perfect blouse to wear with it.
Kind of thing.
So.
You need like a big lapel for it.
Oh my god. Laugh so loud in your ear. Sorry.
But anyway. What can you tell us about Kraken?
All right, so jumping right into the liquor facts, Kraken rum really likes to make themselves an enigma. It's all about legends and stories.
Ooh.
And essentially, I had to pretty much just copy paste what they have on the website because you can't find anything. And ironically, I didn't do what I usually do and go, okay, well, now I know what the distillery name is. Look into the distillery. I didn't do that this time because the legends are just way too interesting. So, they start off as legend has it. A ship carrying spiced rum from the Caribbean was attacked by a monstrous kraken. All of the barrels of rum were destroyed except for one, which was badly stained by the squid's black ink. It was dubbed the Kraken rum. It is now known as a liquid of unparalleled darkness. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm thinking, like, if I remember correctly, there used to be commercials for Kraken rum, and that's what it was. Like, a ship was going, and then they got attacked, and there was one barrel left.
Oh, yeah. So, their website is a real treat, let me tell you. For someone who is all about, like, how you package something and you make it a fun little adventurous thing, like I've done with Candy Corn Crew, right? Where you got to really explore around. They have all kinds of different things you can click on, and it's almost set up like a mystery. Like people have tried to solve it, and then you join in and find other things and videos, and they have like some videos are just like firsthand encounters with the Kraken. They're hilarious. So yeah, if you have like an hour or two to spare, I highly recommend just clicking around their website. It's ridiculous fun. Yeah. So I like it. It was great marketing. And after doing that, I was like, this bottle is so perfect for Steps and Spirits where we're looking for something spooky. So if you want that like spookiness of the sea, Kraken rum, they totally nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So their Kraken's most recent release is the Kraken Attack series, which features 18 assorted states and Seattle specifically.
Okay.
I'm not sure why Seattle and they had 18 states. Although I might be mistaken. It might actually be 17 states.
And Seattle.
And then Seattle and I believe Las Vegas is on there. But I can't remember entirely. I didn't commit all 19 things to memory. Each state gets its own special description, but the liquor within the bottle is all the same. California's bottle reads, "As dark as your mood sitting in traffic, the Kraken is a spiced rum blended with natural flavors and a caramel color. No longer confined to the depths of the Pacific. Its tentacles have been spotted across the Golden State from San Diego to Shasta, destroying taco trucks and panning for gold." So, especially if you're a Californian like we are, I love that. As dark as your mood in traffic. Because all of California, it's just traffic.
Traffic all the time. Everywhere.
Yep. No, you don't know traffic till you come to California.
I'm curious. What like the bottles like for like Vegas say. And I was like, is there 17 states with oceans next to them? I'm like, probably the East Coast does a lot more.
Well, you have, at least.
We have 3 on this side.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't even think about that. Now that you mention it, it's probably all the coastal states.
Yeah.
Because they have.
So yeah, Florida,
Texas, Florida, New Jersey. You have Seattle.
New York.
They didn't have one for Washington, but they had one for Seattle. They did have one for Oregon.
Maine. Vermont. Anyway, I was like...
Although they did have one for Vegas. I think they do. But isn't Vegas in the desert?
Yep.
Okay,
so that was like... That's why I was like, what the bottle says?
So they do have all the descriptions on their website, and they're really, really entertaining to read. So I highly, highly recommend. I didn't put them all here because I'd be reading for days because that's a lot of descriptions.
Yes, it is.
But they're all really well put. And I'm sure if you are actually a native for one of those 17, 18 places, you'll really chuckle because they did put a lot of thought into what people associate with that area. So I like it. And then we'll definitely have to highlight the bottle because the bottle's art design is really cool. There's a lot going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got like our Capitol building in Sacramento and the Golden Gate Bridge.
Which are not next to each other.
No, not at all. And there's a mountain range, maybe for Yosemite?
Shasta?
Oh, Shasta. I mean, that was mentioned. But then you have like the clapperboard and the lights for like Hollywood. So they're all really neat designs. And I really encourage you to check it out if you're listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the other rums within the Kraken label include Kraken Black Spiced Rum, which is just the typical rum that you'll see. Kraken Dark Label, which is also the same spiced rum, but the label is black.
So nothing different?
Not that I could figure out.
Okay.
I could be wrong. And again, I did reach out. I've tried to reach out to every every distillery I could for more information. Never heard back from them. I did get like a autoresponder saying that they would eventually. So maybe just by the time we record this episode, it'll be funny the next day. Watch, I'll get an email from them.
So if we get information, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah. And Kraken Black Roast. So that's their coffee flavored rum.
I've had one coffee flavored liqueur, not Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
I had some other brand of coffee. I was like,
Kahlua?
No. Patron.
Oh, okay.
I had it at one of the teppanyaki places we went to. And I was like, I'm not a coffee drinker, but this would be interesting. So I'm curious how the rum version tastes. Like, I don't want to buy a whole bottle and taste it. Or like, I noticed they sell the little ones.
Yeah.
So I might pick one of those up next time we're in a Total Wine or something.
Yeah, and that's a great point to make too, is so if you don't feel like spending, and the beauty of the Kraken rum is a very inexpensive liquor.
Very affordable liquor.
Yeah, you can get, what is this, 750 milliliter, I believe? Your average bottle size, it's usually about $15, 15, 16. This, because it's a limited edition label, it was 20. But the average bottle is 15. But if you don't feel like you'll finish this or you want to try it before, they have a half size of this, and they have the minis, which are what I think it's like 30 fluid ounces or something like that.
It's like a shot.
Right.
Or like 2 shots.
It's about 2 ounces.
Yeah. And cool thing about Kraken is you can almost find it anywhere.
Right.
Like you can find it at like grocery stores, Target, or liquor stores, and even like.
And either like the major liquor stores like Bevmo or Total Wine, you can find it at either one.
Yeah. Now, if you look specific for the limited edition ones, that'll be a little harder.
Right, because they only made so many of each bottle label.
So, but it's straight up Kraken. You can find it anywhere. Right.
If you're just looking to try the liquor, it's the same as what's in your average black spiced rum. Kraken. So, yeah. And then, let's see. Oh, yes. And the last thing, if you are really in love with this liquor, they do have a special secret order called the League of Darkness. And to become part of the League of Darkness, you have to do a quiz and then provide your information, and then they will email you and then occasionally physically mail you different things, and based off your answers you get a different level that you are within the secret order. So I did try.
You did try.
I did try to become part of the League of Darkness, and I did pass, and I got a senior Porsman.
Senior Porsman
was my my position, and so my duties include keeping my hat and robe clean. So a senior Porsman has a very special hat and robe, apparently.
So don't be a mother.
In addition to fending off assassination attempts from the apprentice Porsman.
Okay.
So if you're interested in joining the secret order, let us know in the comments or on social media what you got, and if I need to be looking out for you trying to assassinate me.
Okay then.
Yeah.
This sounds like one of those like assassin games.
So, like I said, they put a lot of fun, creative marketing into their whole product, not just with the bottle design, which is also really neat. I love this bottle shape. It's always so eye-catching. But also with just their general, like, oh, you want to know more about our bottle or our liquor? We're going to wrap it in more of an enigma.
That's cool. That's very neat.
And really play up the whole Kraken aspect, which I love. If you're going to take like a mythical creature and make it your label and run with it, absolutely run with it.
Run with it. Let's go the whole way.
People love that.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't do that more, or companies. It's a great marketing point. It takes a little bit of extra effort on your part, but it does wonders.
It does.
And that's why these companies are so big. Like, you can find Kraken everywhere. Marketing was smart, right?
Yeah. It becomes, the more you spend on marketing, the more you sell.
So that's it for my facts. I didn't have very many because the Kraken was quite elusive.
Here's a random thought I had while you're talking. I know it's not always the case. A Kraken's not always just an octopus of some kind.
Actually, a Kraken's a squid.
Okay. The Kraken, the actual animal, is a squid. But mythical creatures is not always an octopus. Or it is a tentacle-like monster.
So it's a tentacled creature. And it's ironic because it takes traits from both a squid and an octopus.
Interesting.
So, and its origins was probably a combination of mixed identity.
Probably, yeah. Giant squids,
which actually do exist, and I love that. I think that's so cool.
Squids are so cool.
For the longest time, people really thought that was just a myth and legend, but modern day,
like 20 years ago, they discovered it or something. Like recently.
Yeah. I want to say like in the last 15,
20 years.
Yeah, 15, 20 years probably. I know when we had gone to the Monterey Bay Aquarium together early on in dating.
Yeah, it was like something.
We saw that cool like Creatures of the Deep.
Yeah.
And there it is.
There it is.
Really exists, guys.
Kraken's real.
It's not like a Pirates
of the Caribbean or like Perseus. Because you have like...
Yeah, you have all kinds of renditions
of it.
Right? Is that what you call?
Or variants.
I don't want to use variants because everyone's still all up on the Loki, but
so, following the idea of the Kraken, okay? So in this scenario, what's up?
I'm sorry, I forgot to share. As always, you can find the recipe. You're like, this isn't important. You ruined my mojo.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I haven't started. Go.
Usually you ask me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's on the note.
Yeah.
Oh, you already checked them away, huh?
I checked them away. I'm moving on.
It's like, I'm done. We're done with the Kraken. Move on. All right. So you find the recipe on the website, but I believe we mentioned that already. And that has been pretty consistent with all of our liquors so far. So far.
But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So with the Kraken in mind.
Okay. So in both situations, you're being chased by a Kraken. You can choose which one you want to talk about. But would you rather be attacked by a Kraken in the middle of a blue hole or in the underwater caverns? For those of you guys who do not know, a blue hole is a giant sinkhole in the middle of the ocean where in what's the word I'm looking for? Superstitions, sailors will not boat through it because of their superstition. There's always a monster underneath there. And if you guys seen the newest Godzilla movies, Godzilla travels through blue holes.
Was that what he's traveling?
Well, because there's sinkholes.
Or they implied he traveled.
Yeah, because there's sinkholes in the water they're connected kind of thing.
I think I missed that.
There's the idea that like all blue holes are somehow connected because it's just like a giant deep thing. So, middle of the blue hole, you're like in a little boat or on a boat stuck there, or underwater cavern.
This is a tough one because I'm just thinking if it's like got the ability of an octopus that can squeeze into whatever space, you're not really safe in the underwater cavern either.
Nope.
And it's not like in the cartoons where you can get them all knotted up. Just because of my knowledge of sea creatures, I'm like, it can unknot itself. This creature's ridiculously intelligent.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the blue hole.
Blue hole?
Well, so you're being attacked.
Yes.
This is hard.
You're being attacked regardless.
Right. So you're no matter what, you're being attacked by the Kraken.
You're being attacked in the open space or...
Versus, I feel like the open space gives you a little bit more room to run. You know, if you can just get away from the
Jesus?
blue hole.
Are you Jesus?
I'll sail away. I'm going to become one of those lizards. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just have a little bit more luck, fortune.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely have a little bit more fortune. Not taking my chances in a cavern where I think I might be able to outwit or hide from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the blue hole. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like still thinking about it. Can I take it back? But no. I'm pretty set on that. Yeah.
Well, like normally, I am the opposite. I would
you always have to take the hard way out.
I think so. For me, like the blue hole, you're so open. It's like you get attacked from all angles at all times. In the cavern, there's possibility you don't only get attacked from one side.
But you're also underwater.
Underwater.
So I'm guessing you're in scuba gear.
Mm-hmm.
You have a limited amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you started, you're the gill man running from the Kraken. So you didn't add that scenario to it.
No, so you're scuba diving in a cave. And
so there's also the time limit on top of that with the underwater cavern and the whole, it's not vertigo.
No.
What is it called?
It's
you know what I'm talking about.
It's nitrogen poisoning, which pretty much gets you like...
Yeah, so on top of all that, and if you're stressed and you're breathing quick, you're going to get to that point faster. So, yeah, no, blue hole, definitely. What is wrong with you?
I like the challenge.
He doesn't want to come back home to his family.
Nope.
This is what I'm taking from all this.
I go into the adventure, and that's my legend.
Wow. I would... end that story with, and that's why your father's not here, because he was stupid.
Hey, he was brave.
He
was
chose the
adventurous.
wrong option. In a Goosebumps story, pick your own adventure, he picked the wrong one.
He picked the one that's going to create the greatest story.
Although I think in those, there is no, good ending.
There's some good endings.
I feel like they all, end, on a cliffhanger.
I forget where it is. I think this in Spain or Germany. They have an octopus who predicts soccer games.
I believe Germany.
And has predicted every World Cup for the last couple of years, I think.
Accurately
who will win. The way they do it is they put trees on two boxes. One of them has a flag of one team, one has a flag of the other team. It wasn't last year's World Cup, I think. Last time's World Cup, but two before. The squid started going to one side and almost made it to that one, and then turned around and went to the other one. Mm-hmm. And that's how the game went.
Octopus.
Sorry. The octopus was
They're
one
different.
Side.
Sorry.
They are different.
I don't mean to be like that.
No, my bad.
Sorry.
My bad. It went to one side of the flag. I think it was Germany versus Spain. Mm-hmm. That World Cup, it was going towards Germany's side, and before it got to the box and to the treat, he stopped and went back to Spain's side, and that's how the game went. Mm-hmm. Germany was winning, and all of a sudden, Spain took over.
Right. Crazy.
And that's wow.
So, excuse me, going back to your scenario, Not only are they intelligent, apparently they're also omnipotent.
That's groovy.
Omnipotent.
That is groovy. They're so alien looking.
I'm saying the word how you would
Cuttlefish looks like
it. The cuttlefish. Oh, that I could stare at that all day.
Alien looking thing.
They're so cool.
They are very cool.
I love the little like flashing like.
You ready for some interesting sea tales?
Yes. So, I hope they're a little frightening. You said interesting.
One of them is interesting. One of them is frightening.
Ooh. Oh, okay. So you're going to lull me into a false sense of security?
So this time around, I got you two tales. Because one I found that was really cool. And another one's I've had in my locker for stories for a while that I wanted to share with you. So.
Two fish tales.
Two fish tales. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It was a clear fall day in the Pacific Ocean. Was as flat and clear as a giant mirror. From Captain Sal Caleto's small salmon fishing boat 10 miles off Moss Landing, the indentation of the Monterey Bay on the shore looked like a giant thumbprint as he headed back towards Point Pinos. After a day of the luckless fishing in the water of Santa Cruz, the Monterey fisherman was looking forward to getting home. Yes, this is local.
I'm like, I know all these places.
Suddenly, Coleto noticed something floating in the sea about half a mile farther out. Thinking it might be a man bobbing in the ocean, he gunned the engine and headed out towards the object. When the captain got within 100 feet of the thing, he saw a creature with a head the size of a 50-gallon barrel. It was tapered to where the duck-like bill protruded from the massive bulging forehead. Coleto started to think about how a pair of fishermen had disappeared recently without a trace. Maybe these sea monsters had devoured them. Not wanting to join their ranks, he pushed his boat throttle all the way down and headed back towards the Monterey Peninsula. He decided that he would not tell anyone about what he had seen. 16 years later, Coleto was traveling towards the fishing ground of Half Moon Bay on his 45-foot boat, the Dante Alighieri. While the crew ate lunch at the gallery below, Coleto and his brother-in-law swapped fishing stories as the craft headed northward. Eventually, his brother-in-law started talking about a strange sea creature he had spotted a few times at the edge of the deep Monterey submarine canyon. Coleto got the chills as his brother-in-law described how the other fishermen had said the beast would only surface on calm, sunny days 24 hours before a strong northwest wind started to blow. It was a windless day and the water was smooth and the silver as a liquid mercury. As Coleto gazed towards the Santa Cruz Mountains, he observed something bobbing in the sea and his heart fluttered like a dying fish gills. He realized immediately that it was the strange creature. "All hands on deck!" Coleto yelled in the crew. They poured out of the gallery and stood on the bow of the boat, wondering what commotion was all about. "I want all you guys to see this," he said. He was slowly brought to the boat closer to the beast. The captain then cut the motor and the boat drifted within 50 feet of the object. The creature's eyes were closed and it floated on the surface as if it were sunbathing or sleeping. "It has the face of a monkey," his cook squealed. "Let's leave. This is a bad omen." "No, it's a face like that of an old man," Coleto's brother-in-law said. The noise must have awakened the monster and it slowly opened his eyes, which were big and pink as grapefruits. The creature's body was brown and almost as long as the boat. Its skin was wrinkled and sagged in the frame like ill-fitting clothing. Coleto thought to himself that this was a very old animal. While the crew argued about what the animal looked like, the monster quietly slid on the water like an elderly man easing into a bath. Following the side, several other fishermen saw the creature, and eventually the people of Monterey started to refer to the animal as Bobo, the old man of the sea. From then on, Coleto kept a camera on his vessel, hoping to once again spot Bobo and get photographic evidence of its existence. He never saw it again. A few years later, in 1925, a strange sea creature washed ashore on the beach 2 miles north of Santa Cruz. Though the dead body was decomposed, scientists including L. Wallace, a former president of the Natural History Society of British Columbia, did not think the carcass was that of a whale or shark. Wallace even suggested that the animal might be a plesiosaurus, a large marine reptile held over from the Jurassic period. Whatever it was, a creature resembling Bobo was never spotted again in the waters of Monterey Bay. So, close by we have our own little sea creature.
Interesting.
Not necessarily scary, but...
Interesting.
Yeah. I was when I was looking like when we're thinking of Kraken, I was like, "Where's the sea monsters in California? There must be some." And I was like, "Oh, there we go."
We have the Monterey Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, immediate access to the deep
Mm-hmm.
right there, which has crazy creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget. Like, it must have been very brief where Monterey Bay Aquarium, they actually had an exhibit for creatures of the deep.
Yep.
I went, like, I want to say 6th or 7th grade.
Well, they bring it back every so often because I know.
Right, but because of they'll have a presentation on it,
Mm-hmm.
but they actually had, like, live specimens.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so hard because they have to have a very special pressurized environment because that's what they survive in, right?
No, I know. When with work took me there once, and there was creatures of the deep.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just totally alien and foreign, but they live right among us, right?
Mm-hmm. You ready for a scary story now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. 1 second. Woo.
We're going to
What is with all the, like, I am fine before we record an episode. And then we start and it's like, oh, I got the sniffles. I've got yawns. I've got the burps.
We turned off all the air in this room. So that could be it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Apparently we're not the only people who struggle with this. Having a podcast. You're like fine before and then during the episode, your body just freezes up.
We are going to travel across the country, to Cape Cod. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Two sisters were motoring through Cape Cod late one stormy night in the early 1900s when their car broke down in an unpopulated area. Seeing an old neglected house nearby, they went to the door and tugged at the bell pull. When no one answered, they looked through the nearby window of the house shutter and was banging in the bitter wind. The window was broken. Through the window, they could see a library. The dust lay heavy over everything. The two women decided to take shelter for the night and find someone to tow the car the next day. They brought blankets in from the car, their feet leaving tracks in the thick dust of the floor as they settled in for the night. Sometime later, they were both suddenly awoken. A bedraggled sailor, dripping wet, was standing next to a fireplace as he was looking to dry himself from a non-existent fire. The sailor was glowing in the dark. The braver of the sisters finally called out, strangled, "Who's there?" The sailor muttered something they could not make out, and the sailor continued muttering louder and louder until it became audible in the noise, "My house, get out." He turned to the girls and screamed, "My house, get out," and it disappeared. Frozen in fear, the sisters held each other until morning. The next morning, they found a patch of wet salt water by the fireplace and a piece of seaweed, and there were no footprints in the dust by the fireplace but their own. The sisters hurried out to their car. Soon they were given a tow to the nearest village by passing motorists. They asked about the abandoned house. They were told the house had been emptied for years. The people who owned it had a son and was driven from home by his father and had drowned at sea. The family had moved away because they claimed strange things kept happening at night. A few months later, one of the sisters told her tale at a dinner party. A museum curator sitting near her had volunteered to test the seaweed for her. The curator sent her a message that the seaweed she had found in the abandoned house was a rare type of seaweed only found on dead bodies.
Mm.
The end.
Ooh.
That was fun story. A little quick ghost story.
Quick and to the point. I like it. I love it. Ugh.
So who is the ghost? Is it the son who died, or is it something else?
Who died at sea?
The son.
The son.
Yeah.
The son.
The son. And then the family was saying like weird stuff was happening, so they moved out of the house.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't want to die at sea.
No.
You'd be a literal lost soul. The ocean is so big, and it would take you forever to get to land, to try and figure it out, because I imagine you still have whatever bearings you had about you and you finally get there and you're just so confused, you're even more lost. It just seems like perpetual sadness.
Well, I do want to get buried by a Viking funeral. So
That's a little different. It's like your willingness, it's almost a release in itself, going out into the ocean, out into the unknown, right? Versus like you go out to the sea with the intentions of coming back. Versus like if you're a voyager, you're going out to go find new land and stay there. You plan to come back and you don't. I think that's why like The Fog is so effective as a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because it's just these cursed
sailors. Groovy.
Ooh, okay, I got goosebumps. I'm getting cold. I was like getting warm now. Cold? Or is it the fear setting in?
So, Sea Adventures, I've always, I don't know why, but since young, I've always wanted to travel through Bermuda's Triangle. I know it's like dumb to try because like things don't work normally and it's all like superstition and it's ghosts and all this other things there, but like I want to experience this for myself. I want to see my stuff not work.
Okay, Uncle Fester.
You know? like I don't know, like when it started, but like I know as a kid I was like, you know what, one day I'll go there.
It's that mystery of the unknown, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I've been curious myself.
But no, I've always had a love for the ocean. Always had a love for sea creatures. Growing up, one of my favorite animals was always a manta ray. Manta ray stingray. Sharks are cool creatures.
It's match made in heaven.
Octopus are cool creatures. It's, I've always had like a affinity for like the water.
Being a water polo player.
Yeah. But yeah, fun times.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good stories. Good rum. I'm very happy.
Good
it
drink.
makes a good cocktail.
It does. Like I said, it's a great cocktail.
And I like actually the more you drink it, like the bitterness is building, like it hangs out on your tongue. Not like when you're drinking it, it's not bitter. But you kind of have like when you're drinking coffee and you have that coffee after flavor. That's what I feel like I have.
You know what's great for this? This would be great to do like in a big, like punch bowl. To like serve that way. Again, for breakfast, like a brunch.
I'm really curious. I really want to try this with Grand Marnier. I almost feel like we need to do like a little mini like video after. Like we tried with the Grand Marnier because that always brings such an interesting flavor to cocktails.
Or bitter triple sec.
Triple sec is triple sec.
Or bitter orange liqueur.
That would be the Grand Marnier. But dang it. There went my thought again. You distracted me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Where was I going with this?
Breakfast, brunch, punch bowl.
No, that's you.
I'm just saying what I repeated. So
guys, this is proof he's not listening to what I was saying.
You want to try with the Grand Marnier? Do a little video.
No.
See how it tastes.
Try the difference.
Because of different flavors.
I lost it. And when I listen to this while editing, I'll be like, I know what I was going to say.
No yelling.
I'm not. I'm just getting friendly with the mic.
But yeah, no, definitely a great cocktail. Definitely a great rum. It's a lot better than I remember it being. Like definitely I'll stock my shelves with this kind of thing. Like, it'll be something that I'll keep around. Especially because this cocktail is really simple to do.
Oh, yeah.
You
didn't even need a cocktail shaker for it.
Just pour it on a glass and then shake it and mix it around.
If you want to, you could just drink it as is too.
Yeah, but yeah. You ready for our last call?
Yeah, I guess it's time. Wow, episode 10 has
come and gone. Thanks for sipping along with us. We want to keep those spirits flowing, so please be sure to show your support by reviewing and subscribing to our podcast. If you enjoyed this show, be sure to share it with others. Remember, we're a lovely couple, bantering to each other. I feel like the more longer episodes we do, the more relaxed we get.
Yeah, a lot of couples I think will connect well, but even just pairs of friends.
Yeah,
and we want that conversation with you guys.
Yeah. Feel free to comment
more people
on
to the table.
Our Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you find us. let us converse with us. We'll reply back. One of us will, or both of us will.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And thanks for sharing our stories. Thanks for sharing our posts. We enjoy seeing all the interaction and
Right.
whatnot.
And on that note, as a thank you, just for sticking with us for 10 episodes.
Wow.
Woo! That's so exciting.
10 episodes.
We are going to have in
New Year.
We said January, yes. A little Instagram live party like we did when we launched this.
And after holiday party to get some cocktails
after the holidays.
And complain about our families.
So we want you guys to come join us. You'll be seeing a trailer for that soon if it doesn't pop up by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you can always find us on our website, sipsandspirits.com. Make sure you add the S at the end of spirits because it's plural. Because we like them of both the alcoholic and spectrum.
Yep.
We are also available on all podcast hosts. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok.
All the lovely places.
TikTok and Instagram, we have a lot of fun with those reels.
Mm-hmm. We just love fun
dance
reels.
around and ghost shrouds. So
I think it's so hot.
but the end result is just so much fun. It's totally worth it.
It's totally worth it at the end.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to catch you around the bar next time. Cheers.